I am Abraham, a wanderer guided by faith. My journey has been long, filled with hope in the Lord's word. From my tent I saw Sodom and Gomorrah, cities shining with prosperity, but beneath their beauty, darkness grew. Whispers of their wickedness rose to the heavens. The Lord revealed his plan to judge these cities, and the weight of it pressed on me. My nephew Lot lived there. I could not bear the thought of harm coming to him. I pleaded with God, "Will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked?" My heart trembled for mercy. I bargained, 50, 40, even 10 righteous people. Each time the Lord agreed to spare the city for their sake. Alone at dusk I prayed, hope and dread mingling in my heart, waiting for a sign of mercy.
I am Lot, Abraham's nephew. I came to Sodom seeking a better life, but found only corruption beneath its promise. The city was lively, but greed and wickedness ruled. Justice and kindness were forgotten. At the gate, I saw arrogance and cruelty. Strangers were prey, and suffering was ignored. One night, 2 divine visitors arrived. I quickly brought them home, fearing for their safety. That night, a mob demanded my guests. Their hatred was overwhelming. The people's depravity was open. Cruelty was celebrated. I pleaded for mercy, but they mocked me. Hope was gone. The city was rotten. Despair grew heavier each day. Sodom was beyond saving. I had to protect my family and obey the warning. Darkness had taken over. Judgment was near. We had to escape.
We came as messengers, cloaked as men, to confirm the outcry against Sodom. The city's evil was blatant, pride in wickedness, cruelty as custom. Lot alone showed us kindness, insisting we shelter with him.
The mob's demands proved the city's corruption. We struck them blind, protecting Lot. Our investigation was over. Judgment was certain. We revealed our purpose. Flee and leave this place, for the Lord will destroy it. Mercy had been offered, but none accepted. The hour of reckoning had come. Sodom's fate was sealed.
I am Lot's wife. Sodom was my home, my life, my comfort. When the angels commanded us to flee and not look back, terror and sorrow filled me. My heart clung to the life I was leaving, friends, possessions, memories. As we fled, the roar of destruction echoed behind us. The command was clear, don't look back, but I could not let go. I turned for one last glance at the world I loved. In that moment, longing outweighed obedience. I was consumed, transformed into a pillar of salt. My fate was sealed by my attachment to a condemned world. The cost of looking back was everything. I became a warning for all who hesitate between past and future.
The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah was not a random act of chaos, but the inevitable result of a city consumed by relentless evil and unchecked corruption. For years, warnings had gone unheeded, and the cries of the oppressed echoed through the streets, ignored by those who held power. The city's fate was sealed not by chance, but by the choices its people made every day. As Abraham, I stood on a distant hill, watching the thick smoke rise like a funeral shroud over the valley. My heart was heavy, knowing that not even 10 righteous souls could be found to save the city. The silence that followed was filled with sorrow and a deep sense of loss, for I had pleaded for mercy, but justice had prevailed. God's mercy was real, extended again and again, but so was his justice. The scales had tipped, and the time for reckoning had come. Mercy and judgment are 2 sides of the same coin, and both were present that day. The message endures through the ages. When a society rejects righteousness and compassion, it invites its own ruin. The ruins of Sodom and Gomorrah are a stark reminder that actions have consequences, and that turning away from what is right leads only to devastation. The smoke rising from the plain was more than just a sign of destruction. It was proof that a world which judges itself by its own desires, without regard for justice or mercy, cannot stand. The land was scarred, and the lesson was clear for all who would see. My fate, and the fate of those who remained, is a lesson for generations. Hearts tied to evil, refusing to change, will inevitably share in its end. The sorrow etched on every face was a warning to all who might follow the same path. Sodom's story is one of cause and effect. Wickedness brings destruction, and no amount of wealth or power can shield a city from the consequences of its own actions. Prosperity had once filled the streets, but it was squandered on arrogance, cruelty, and violence. The people's hearts grew hard, and judgment became the only cure for a sickness that had spread too far. The angels executed the Lord's command, carrying out a mission that was both sorrowful and necessary. The people's shamelessness and refusal to turn from their ways sealed their doom, leaving no room for redemption. As for Lot, my nephew, escaped only by divine intervention, guided by a force greater than himself. His wife's fate, turning back longingly toward a condemned world, taught us that clinging to what is lost can be fatal. God showed mercy rescuing Lot and his daughters. He gives warning before judgment. God is both patient and just. He offers a way of escape, but we must listen and obey. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah endures as a warning, a call to choose righteousness before it is too late. Like and subscribe.